Okay, welcome to this Blogger tutorial. The first thing we're going to do today is just to make sure that you've actually got Chrome installed. So the first thing you need to do is install Chrome as your main browser. Once you've done that, go along to the Google homepage, and we're going to access Blogger just by first, you'll see once you're signed in. So I'm already signed in here, you can see, but if you're not signed in, there'll be a little box here that says sign in. So you need to sign in with a university login and password. Once you've done that, we're going to go to the options that say more, and then we're going to select Blogger. Again, you can sign into Blogger using your login details. So I use my university login and password. And then once we're in, it should give us the opportunity, as you can see on the left hand side here, to create new blog. Okay, so once I've clicked on create new blog, I'm going to give my blog a title and an address. So we're going to get through this fairly quickly. The title of the blog, that just needs to be your name with some reference to Coaching Practice 2 at the end. So if it was me, I could put Dave Piggott CP2. And then you can just choose whatever web address you want. Again, something with your name in it. So I'm just going to go with the same, Dave Piggott CP2. The address is available. And then the last thing I'll ask you to do is to choose a template. You can look through these and there are much more options once we get inside, so I'm just going to use the simple version and then hit create blog. Okay, now as soon as you've created your blog, it should show up here on your home page. So you just click on the title and this takes you through to your blog dashboard. So as you can see here, there's nothing really here at the moment because I haven't done anything with the blog. The first thing we want you to do is to make a couple of changes to the settings. So the first thing is to go to settings. You can see here you can already do various things like change the title of your blog, give it a description like a tagline or something. But the first thing we want to do is change the privacy. So we're just going to change it so that the blog is private. We're going to kind of lock it down for the moment. So basically what that will mean is that the only people who can access your blog are the people that you choose to add yourself. So once you've done that, we're going to save changes. We're also then going to look at permissions. Now, again, to begin with, the only person with permission or the only author will be you. And what we'd like you to do is to add authors, and in particular, we'd like you to add your tutor. Okay, so if you look here, you should be able to choose from. You can just type our email straight in, like so, or you should be able to choose from contacts. So if you've already got some contacts saved, for example, I've got Steve here, I can just add him by ticking in the box. So what you need to make sure of is that you're the author and that you also grant the tutor, or your tutor, Coaching Practice 2 tutor, also needs to have authorship rights. So again, once you've done that, just save your settings. Okay, the next basic thing we're going to do is look at templates and layout. So again, if you can see on the main menu on the left hand side, we've got templates. So what you can do is you can scroll through the various different templates that we have. I have no preferences personally. I would just suggest that you try them out. Each one can be tried live. So for example, if I wanted to try this dynamic view, I can just put apply to blog. Then once it's applied, I can just go up and view my blog. Obviously there's going to be nothing here right now, but I would be able to see how that would look in my blog as I was going along. So you can change this all the way through, but I would suggest that you choose one early on and try and stick with it. So that's the templates. You can also customize and edit them if you want. Again, you can do as much as you like with that. It's not really going to affect your mark. The other thing is layout. So we can also change the layout of the blog. So here you can see that The main area is going to be the blog posts, and then we've got widgets, or what Blogger called gadgets, in the sidebar here. You can change the order of these gadgets as they are, or you can add additional gadgets. Now we just want you to make sure that there is at least one gadget here, and that's going to be called, I'll find it somewhere, it's going to be the labels one. So you can add that gadget to your blog. I prefer the cloud format than a list, but that's just me. And I'll save, and you can see now it's added labels in the sidebar. Basically, I'll explain what that means in a moment, but it will show how you classify your posts in your blog. Okay, the final thing we're going to cover here is your content. So how do you actually create and add content? As you can see here, I'm clicked on pages. Pages are basically the static content that remains the same in your site all the way through. And the other main content that you're going to add is posts here. So posts are the effectively your journal entries that are published in reverse chronological order on the blog, on the main page of the blog. But we're also going to have some static content in the form of pages. So we begin with a home page, and at the moment this is just going to show your that's just going to show the home page, which will have the posts on them. But we want to create a few more pages as well. So we're going to require that you have a few additional pages. So you're going to create new, and we want you to have a page which is going to be about your placement or placements. So I'm not going to add any content here. As you can see, what you could then do is write about the placement. You could add pictures and movies and so forth, but I'm just going to leave that blank for the moment. Publish it, and you can see it's appeared here. I'm going to add another blank page. This is going to be the needs analysis, and we're going to require one more, a third. You'll see this from the assignment brief. So I'll add a third one, and this is going to be planning. So this will contain your medium-term plans and your micro plans. So that's it really. You'll have your home page, some information about the placement, some needs analysis material, and also your planning material, and that's all going to basically stay static in your blog. So if you were to look at your blog now, you'll see that these pages now appear in the top bar. Okay. The final thing we're going to do is start looking at posts. So once we've got pages and they're static, the posts are going to be your fairly frequent journal entries. And again, we can simply click on create new post and give it a title. You can give it whatever title you want. So I can say first post, and then we can type some text in. So really these are going to be nice and sharp, short entries, hopefully with plenty of links to material that you've been reading or influencing you, any images or videos or movies that you want to insert and go about. I'll talk a bit more about the multimedia stuff in a moment. The other thing, every time you create a post, we also want you to give it a label. So labels, or at least one label, so it could be more. So for example, if my post was mainly about some reflections on, let's say, differentiation, I can put differentiation here. Or maybe it's about differentiation in planning, I can give it 2 labels. Click done. And that basically categorizes this post. So when we come to your, so I'll publish this one just as an example. So when we come to your, ignore that. When we come to look at your blogs and evaluate them, what you'll see hopefully is we'll see the posts in reverse chronological order. You can see there we've got the first post in, and we'll be able to look at and sort through your posts by the labels that you give them. So again, you can see here I've clicked on label and I've got this first post appears under both. Okay, so the labels just help us navigate your blogs once we're evaluating them. Okay, so that covers the basics of what we'd like you to do with the blogs in terms of the initial setup and creation. Anything else in terms of how to create more interesting posts, how to involve multimedia in your posts and so forth. Probably the best thing to do is some blogger guide material here, so some links to some guide material, or what I find more effective is if you just go back to the blogger homepage or main dashboard, and you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Help Center. And if you click on Help Center, we've got all these nice little guides through. So for example, multimedia blogging, get information on how to post pictures and videos. If you wanted to post know how to post video, then there's instructional guides all the way through here. You can also use YouTube. It's a fairly popular platform. So that's it. Happy blogging.